Hey, this is Thomas Murray, and I'm making this video because I want to put this on record and have it monumentalized. Look, here's the thing, okay? There's going to be a third Trump assassination attempt sometime between the election and the inauguration. Count my words. Sometime between November 5th and January 5th, there will be another lone shooter coming after Donald James Trump. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because I'm looking at this from a very strategic point, okay? If I'm the deep state, the CIA, the people that are going after Donald Trump, and we all know who, we all know that they're doing this. Look, the first person was Thomas Crooks, okay? He was a guy with minimal years of experience, minimal years of life, and minimal training. 20 years old. He belonged to a gun range. That's it. Belonged to a gun range. He was never a soldier. He probably played way too much Call of Duty, didn't have any friends, yada yada. He was like a low-ranking sniper, okay? The second one, Ryan Ralph, okay? Double the age, double the experience, double everything, if not more. Like, he had actually been to war in Ukraine, so you know he had training and basically putting crosshairs on people. And he never even got his gun raised, though. I mean, that tells you right there how weak these liberal retards are to begin with. But the reason I said there's going to be a third assassination attempt on him between November 5th and January 5th is because that's when they're going to call the Lion of Fallujah, the Chris Kyle. They're going to send someone in that don't miss. And I hope they know that Trump's team has their feathers riled up right now. Their periscopes, their antennas, whatever, are up right now. Their spidey senses tingling. Therefore, they know right now is not a good time to take a shot at Donald James Trump. But sometime between the election and January 5th, I don't bet on much, but I would be willing to bet that there's going to be another assassination attempt, and this time it's going to come from someone that doesn't miss. I hope he does. I hope to God that his hand is on Donald Trump and protects him every minute of it, all the way through. Lord knows I want 45 to be number 7, just as much as any other red-blooded patriot, but I'm telling you, there's a progression of this, okay? First they sent in the light guy, then they sent in a more mature shooter. Third one is going to be someone that's a Chris Kyle or Lion of Fallujah type guy. Someone that's just, tried and true in the industry. And then if that don't work, here's the thing, Donald Trump. You're in assassination town, okay? And I hate to say that, I really do, because I love everything you stand for, and hand to heart, I'd do anything I could to serve under you and protect my country and you, sir. But I'll tell you now, if that third attempt fails, then they start with the blitz. And what I mean by the blitz is they're going to rush. They're going to send shooter after shooter, maybe even a small army, after our fucking president. Why, you ask? Because, well, at this point, they've already sent 3 shooters and nobody's done nothing. Not one charge. Nobody's asking questions. Nobody's getting answers. We're getting stonewalled. My question is this, okay? The Constitution's supposed to trump all, okay? But how am I supposed to obey state and local law when it contradicts federal law? Federal law says I have a right to record anywhere in public that is publicly accessible. If there's no signs that say do not enter, restricted, yada yada, that means if you can see it with your eyes, you can record it. But there's a bunch of videos all over YouTube of people that got arrested for just standing on a street corner recording a public courthouse, or a public utilities building, or a fucking prison or some shit. Okay, why the hell is this happening? Like, what's going on? Okay, now there's something known as the Bain Act, which I have just become informed about today, actually, okay? The Bain Act actually makes it a felony for anyone to stop you from doing or partaking in a lawfully protected activity. Meaning, if you go into court and there's no signs that say restricted area, all that stuff, you can record. Like, there's nothing, if there's literally if the only thing stopping you from recording in an area is a human being saying, do as I wish, and don't do that because I told you to, that's not a law. That's not a law. Same thing with case law. Okay, Supreme Court justices are not lawmakers. Okay, and cops hiding behind Terry v. Ohio, Pennsylvania versus Mims? Get the fuck out of here. I can't wait for the day one of you dumb sons of bitches tries to pull that bullshit on me, because I'm gonna let you know now, okay? Those were very specific circumstances that pertain to very specific individuals that are not laws, okay? Nobody voted on them people. They don't sign laws. They don't write up bills. None of that shit. You know what they do? They rule on very specific instances, very specific cases. So unless you can prove that my situation meets each and every last one of those situations, i.e. you pulled me over for whatever reason. Okay, you want to get me out of my car. Pennsylvania versus Mims. Okay, P versus Mims. Was it nighttime? Was it daytime? Was it morning, evening, noon? Was it raining? Was it bright and sunny? Was it a cloudy day? Did the officer eat that day? Was he hungry? Do you think he was kind of hangry and maybe all them things apply? Because if you're going to apply case law, then you apply the full scope of it, not just the parts that fit your narrative. Anyways, this is Thomas Murray, and just saying goodbye and God bless.